There are three ways whereby a governor can vacate his seat. It's either by death, resignation, or impeachment by the House of Assembly. There is no any other constitutional provision that empowers a hatchet man to turn the constitution and the law upside down. I've listened to the judgment of Hicourt, and it's very obvious that he was on a mission. He was making all efforts to upturn the rulings of the Supreme Court and Appeal Court on issues like this. We have had the rumors before now that he was determined to give judgment against all known laws and the Constitution, first to embarrass APC, two, to embarrass the federal government. For me, I do not feel worried, but I feel so sorry for the judiciary. The executives may have problems, the legislature may have problems, but the moment justice could be purchased, then we are in trouble in this country. And the ruling this afternoon is a clear evidence that this country is in trouble. And let me tell you that this same judge has over 10 cases against Ebonyi State Government with him. And you can imagine what is going to rule. We have petitioned him to NJC, and we will follow it up at all costs to ensure that this man is brought to justice. I want you to disregard the judgment. It is null and void. There is a substituting judgment in Zamfara State, and there is also a judgment in Ebonyi State. So we've chosen the one to obey. We will not obey his ruling. We will obey the ruling of a competent court of equal level that says you cannot sue a governor. The sections of the Constitution are very clear. No civil or criminal proceedings could be brought against a sitting governor. This is not a pre-election matter. This is not a tribunal matter. And so he has murdered justice in this country, and he will be remembered and his generation for this jungle justice, which has nothing, no leg to stand. I'm still the governor of Ebonyi State, and he has no powers to remove me. But let me say to the nation that there is a need to look at the integrity of our judiciary, because if the judiciary begins to rule against constitutional matters that are well laid down, then the citizens of this country may decide not to obey such, jungle justice. This is very important. He thought he has embarrassed me, but he has not, because I already have, a judgment in my favor, and he has no powers to remove this me that was brought by the hands of God. So I want you to relax, and I just finished my discussion with Asu, and my office is still my office. He's wasting his bloody time, and I believe strongly that he was influenced, and we have no confidence in all the cases of Ebonyi State Government that is handling, and we are asking the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court to transfer all the cases unless himself has interest against Ebonyi State Government and against the federal government. Otherwise, he should transfer all these cases back to Ebonyi. Let me also tell you that this particular case was instituted by the PDP here in Ebonyi State, in Abuja, and then we applied to the CJ of the Federal High Court, and he graciously transferred the case to Ebonyi State without a notification to us or our knowledge. They say that they had withdrawn the case, from Ebonyi. Who transfer the case back to the CJ of the Federal High Court? And why is it that the CJ of the Federal High Court has failed to transfer the case that they referred, back to Ebonyi State? The CJN was notified of substituting judgments in Zamfara and Ebonyi State, and it did nothing. Let me see how NJC is going to handle this, because even when judges give judgment over matters they didn't have knowledge. They were summoned to Abuja. Let's see how an affidavit was sworn to let this Justice Ekwo know that there are judgments that are subsisting in this matter. He still went ahead and gave judgment. Let's see how this evil is going to stand. So I want all my supporters to laugh over it and know that it is judiciary on trial. If you have questions to ask me, you can go ahead and ask me. Yes, of course, they will file appeal against the useless judgment. I call it useless judgment because even though I'm not a lawyer, let me tell you one section of the ruling of a court of appeal. Court of appeal says that in any matter that is not pertaining to maybe taxes, or VAT and so on and so forth, and that is brought before the Federal Hicourt, that it must be referred back to the residence of the defendant. And the judge is saying that the resident of the defendant is Abuja liaison office. What a stupid reasoning is that? So, and the Supreme Court in the case of Atiku had ruled that there's no law or constitutional provision that empowers a sitting president or vice president to be removed from office on account of defection. And so, which is the same, the qualification for president is the same thing qualification for governor. So he has no right. He did not quote any section of the Constitution to empower him. And in any case, he's being careful. He didn't remove the governor. He just said PDP should submit names. And we know very well that if you did not participate as an individual in an election, Supreme Court has ruled that you cannot be declared a winner. So where is he going to manufacture the process whereby PDP should submit names, or in the alternative, they should do another election? He lacks the powers to make such judgment. So it is just a jungle justice that is purchased. And we know where it is coming from.
Your Excellency, my name is Felix Oka. Your Excellency, some people are already saying this is a move to distract you from the presidential race so that they will reduce the pressure there and also distract you from the airport project and such others. We are also afraid. Are you going to be distracted?
Do I sound distracted? I'm sounding very bold, and I'm calling Nigerians to condemn Justice Ekwo for the interest of the stability of this country. Such kind of judge should not be in the judiciary. He has put the judiciary on naked trial in Nigeria, and it is a very big shame. It's a very big shame.
Okay, Your Excellency, my name is Ben Wore. With the Imo example, I know that Nigerians are still shocked over the judgment in Imo State. Are you saying that there is nothing to be worried about this judgment? Because already there are attentions everywhere that this could be a plot by some political gladiators who are also eyeing for the presidency. They want to use this means to also frustrate you. Are you saying that there is actually nothing to worry about this judgment?
Why do you have something to worry about? You're a journalist, okay, and you read things, procedures about things. You have covered tribunal cases. You've covered, court cases. If you were me, should you be worried at all? So I'll be begging you not to be worried. Not you asking me whether there's any reason. Why is it that when the court in Zamfara gave judgments, how come that people were not worried? Because the court in Zamfara said that you have no right to sue a sitting governor. And that's what Section 308 of the Constitution says. And that is the beginning of the failure of Ekpo in the first place. But when you're purchased, you must discharge. And the judgment in Ebonyi State also said you have no right to sue a sitting governor. Remember the case where is it Ondo judgment, and the Supreme Court ruled that because the caretaker chairman is a sitting governor. They carefully did not join him in the suit. They were very wise. And the Supreme Court says, well, you did not join this party which you would have joined, but in any case, you can't join him because he's a sitting governor. You cannot sue a sitting governor. So the matter is very clear. It doesn't have, I've never seen any judgment in the history of Nigeria that is like this. Even in the case of the House of Assembly members, the Supreme Court, Appeal Court, they have ruled to set a seat of a member aside. It has to be done by the presiding officer of the House of Assembly.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.